So what should you look for before you invest in a money market fund? This is the question most people ask before they get into one. And right now, there are so many money market funds sprouting up everywhere within the country. And so you want to be sure that you're actually investing in a money market fund that makes sense, that gives you the returns that you want, and that helps you get your money back. You know, your money should be working for you. Your money is like a soldier, always working, always working. So you want a money market fund that gives you your money back. But should you just consider returns only? That's dangerous, right? You don't want to get into the market and you're just looking at, oh, which one is giving the highest return without knowing anything else about it, What are some of the things you must consider before you get into a money market fund is the point of this video. And I hope that I've done a series on money market funds and I hope you gained value out of them, and I hope it's going to help you going forward to make decisions on money market funds and you're going to start investing as soon as possible. Remember, here at Kensmoneymatters, talk about the money mindset, how to make that money, how to enjoy that money, how to manage that money, how to invest that money, and how to assure yourself of a lifetime of income. Basically, financial freedom. So I know most people will be saying, well, I want to look at the past performance, the returns, whatever. First thing I say is this: confirm that the money market fund is regulated. In Kenya, money market funds are regulated. You need to ensure that the one that you're getting into is also a regulated product. And don't make the mistake that people made when they invested in Saiton High Yield Solutions Fund and they did not check the fact sheet and see what was happening. Make sure you check what's happening, what's the fact sheet, what are they saying about the money market fund. They will tell you, hey, it's regulated, all these things. Make sure that is very clear. It is a CMA regulated money market fund. That will change the game for you. That will make your life much easier. It will ensure that if anything were to happen, they are under regulation. There are certain standards that they meet. There are certain auditings that must be done. There are certain liquidity levels that they must have. That regulation comes with certain conditions that when the money market fund meets, it makes it safer. So the first thing you want to check is regulation. Are they regulated? The second thing you want to check is not returns yet. You want to check the management of the company and the history of the company. Very important. For example, there has been a lot of drama with Saiton. And so you'd think that someone like Edwin Dande, who is the CEO of Saiton, you don't want to invest in something that he's controlling. I'm not saying you should. I'm invested in Saiton myself. But you might not want the drama because it won't give you peace at night. I always say invest in something that gives you peace at night, something that allows you to sleep. So if you believe that drama or any issues in the media or any negative publicity is going to make you worry too much, don't invest in that particular product. It's as simple as that. Don't invest in that particular company. So look at the management, look at the face of the management, look at the board, look at the people, look at the history. How long have they been in the market? Do they have other products that are doing well? Like if you go into Jubilee, CIC, mutual fund, old mutual fund, you find that they have other products that have been there for ages. So the chances of that company having any issues with liquidity, the chances of them going down as a company are almost, okay, not nil, but, are much, much less compared to other smaller ones. So you want to look at the company and see what you're comfortable with. Which company are you comfortable with? Which one would make you sleep at night? Then now you start going into the past performance. Look at their past performance. How have they performed? What kind of returns have they been giving? At the end of the day, what you want is good returns, right? But you want to balance the good returns with all the other risks you're taking. So now you are in a position to look at, okay, everything else is good. Regulation, tick. Management, tick. And history, tick. Now you're looking at what's their past performance like? Have they been very consistent? Are they the ones who lure you in with a good interest rate, then immediately they take it down? How have they been with their interest rates all along a particular period of time? Could be 1, 2, 3, 4 years, whatever you want to look at. So what's their past performance like? Are they steady? Are they stable? Is it good for you? And is it good enough for your investment? Then the next thing you want to look at is what's your minimum investment and what's your top-up? There are certain money market funds that require you to put in an initial investment. That's one. That minimum investment that you must put in before you start investing or before you even join or when you're joining, basically. So how much is it? Is this something you can afford? Are you comfortable with that? And is it something within your budget? And then the next thing is, do you need to top up regularly? Is there a condition on how much you can top up? Is there a condition on what's the minimum you can actually top up in the money market fund? Because you want to be compounding your money, you want to be putting in money as you get money. So check that you know exactly what you are getting into in terms of the terms and conditions of entry amount and, of course, the top-up amounts. Then you want to look at consistency of the money market fund. Have they been consistent along the way? Have they been consistent in terms of returns? Have they been consistent in terms of their management? Have they been consistent in terms of how they treat their investors? Have they been consistent? So consistency is very important. Look at their past and look at their consistency. Are they good in terms of like maintaining a very good, clear amount of interest, going with the economy, and making sure that they are not just exploiting you as an investor. Then you want to look at expenses, which is something most people ignore. Now, expenses here would be, what are you paying them to manage your money? Remember, this is a professional managed account. So no one is going to do that work for you for free. There is a certain level of payment you're giving them. How much are you giving them? What's their fee? What's their commission, if it's a commission? If there are any other charges or any other expenses, what are they? There could be taxes which are just national, so that's like standard. And you have to check that that's standard with them as well. So check your expenses. Are there certain hidden fees about the money market fund? Are there certain administrative fees that they mention when you're joining that you have to pay? Are there certain things that are always charged out of your account? Make sure you know the expenses in your account. Make sure you know fees eat into your investment. Fees eat into your returns a lot. And if you don't take care of fees, you end up having much lower returns than you actually think. It might sound like a very little amount in your head, but once you compound that and you take it off your investment over time, you find that you paid a lot of money as expenses and fees. So make sure you know exactly what will be charged off your account. And remember, any interest that you earn is subject to a withholding tax of 15% in Kenya. So that's something you want to incorporate when you're looking at their returns as well, because you could be getting very high returns and you're thinking, oh, this is it. I'm getting all this money in my pocket. No, you need to, include the fees and the taxes and all these things that will then eat into your profits, so that you know your real returns. Then the other thing I always say you want to look at is the withdrawal conditions. Can you easily transfer money? Can you easily get out? Can you easily move money around? Can you easily withdraw your cash? Can you easily access it? This is something that most people always forget to look for. And then once they want to access their money and they're told, oh, you have to do 1, 2, 3, they're thinking, I didn't know about this. Well, you didn't check. Make sure you know your withdrawal conditions, how easy it is to withdraw money. Because with a money market fund, you want it to be accessible. That's why you're getting into a money market fund, because you want your money to be accessible to you. I believe that's the reason why you'll be getting into one. So can you easily get your money out if you just decided, hey, I want to send money to my parents now, or to my friend, or to my sisters or siblings? How fast will I be able to withdraw my money?